Go ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back.
Indeed, our not-so-good-guy doll is coming back to the silver screen with a new refined look and story origin. And I gotta let you guys know, I couldn't be any more excited. What's up guys, my name is Miguel and welcome to my YouTube channel. To keep Chucky off of the life support of going straight to DVD, the classic killer doll needs to transfer his soul into a reboot to come back in a big way. For example, the last 3 movies have done more worse than good for the look and feel of the iconic character. In addition, Don Mancini has done all in his power to keep this franchise alive. To sum it up, to keep Chucky from permanently getting killed with no voodoo resurrection, we need this reboot to make this little fucker scary again. In fact, the look and feel of Chucky has a lot to do with the success of the original trilogy. The 80s and 90s design had it right. The animatronics moved better in the past than the shitty B movies that are out right now. In the most recent movies, I feel like the movement of the doll looks like fucking dog shit. They're trying to make the process a lot more easier by doing like preset voice recordings and facial movements of the doll.
This is Chucky. Let's show you how he works. Chucky has to talk like Brad Dourif. So we recorded Brad Dourif's voice, and then the computer saves your performance so that you can make sure the phonetic shapes are accurate. And then we take that on set with us so that we don't have to worry about the lip sync.
I feel like the puppeteers have cut out a big crucial part of like interacting with the actors during on set. Even though in the past there was a lot more puppeteers working on Chucky alone, it looked more organic. Check out this scene alone on Child's Play 1 where Chucky's talking to the voodoo guy.
Hi, it's me, Chucky. What do you think?
The movement out of the doll looks a lot more smoother. It looks very much alive in my opinion. I always say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Even though the movement of the doll plays a crucial part, the look of the doll plays a big factor. Well, I do have to admit, the only good thing about the most recent movies is the design of the doll in the first half of The Curse of Chucky. When I saw the first look of this movie, I was pumped. If you're a fan and you know the history of Chucky, you know the more time he spends inside a doll, the more human features he develops. And you could tell that in the way he looks here. Before his scars were revealed, he actually looked terrifying. His face was more distorted, and giving him those bloodshot eyes gave him a sense that he was like still alive and always watching you. Damn, even the fucking prop doll looked amazing, what the hell? And then they changed his look midway through the movie, and it just went downhill from there. My god, this movie had so much potential. They started off so strong with the story and the visual effect, just so they could take a big shit on it. I don't even want to talk about the disaster of Cult of Chucky. I mean, what is that? What the fuck is that? Jeez. That's when I was so relieved to hear that someone else was overseeing the production of the Child's Play reboot. As a result, we have the official first look of the doll. And I do have to say, I'm digging the new look. I like that they made the eyes super big. It gives like a piercing effect, like if Chucky's looking straight at you. Also, it's kind of eerie that he's smiling in this picture. I would not want to run into this little fucker in the dark. You can't talk about Chucky without mentioning Don Mancini, the screenwriter and director of the Chucky franchise. Even though I'm a big fan of the movies, mainly being the original trilogy and The Bride of Chucky, I feel like it's a great idea for MGM to take control of the steering wheel up for the reboot that's coming up. Now when it comes to horror films, we the fans demand a lot more these days than, let's say, 30 years ago when the first Child's Play was released. But Don Mancini knows this, and he's failed to deliver on the horror aspect of things. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I could stomach through another bad movie with a shitty looking doll. Well, I know that MGM is going to a completely different direction what the movies have been going so far. There'll be no transferring of the soul of a serial killer into a killer doll. Now their approach is that to make Chucky into a smart doll, like an AI so to speak, gone haywire. And it's all thanks to like a suicidal worker that's working on the dolls. I think he probably works on the assembly line. Where all the dolls are being created, and I guess he probably makes Chucky all evil before offing himself. I know what a lot of you are thinking. You know, it's a bad idea for MGM to completely change what the character's past is. That's not to mention that Brad Dourif is not going to be doing Chucky's voice, which is a big crucial part because that's what makes Chucky Chucky. Now, when you make a remake like this and you make drastic changes to a character, it could either destroy the movie or it could pay off in a big way. Well, let me explain. On one hand, you could lose like certain features, what made the character, exciting and appealing in the first place. Now, for example, the 2010 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street was an attempt to, make Freddy scary again by making the movie, with a more serious tone. But instead we were given like a Freddy that felt more like a robot, no emotions, no nothing. And it was a total fail with fans everywhere. Even the guy that played Freddy thought it sucked.
You think you've got what it takes? I've been guarding my gate for a long time, bitch.
Or on the other hand, you could have like a powerhouse movie like the movie It that came out 2017. You know what made this movie great is the cast that was put together. Not to mention the performance of Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise.
Long rest, and you will all live to grow and thrive and lead happy lives until old age take you back to the weeds.
I love how creepy he was with all his little nervous tics and the overall look of the character. Now, this movie really standed out to me from all the other classic, horror movie remakes because it was something we haven't seen before. And that's what I'm hoping with Lars Klapberg and Tyler Britton Smith's take on the classic killer doll. And hopefully they could come through with a great movie for all us horror fans. All us whores? All us horror fans. But if you're a die-hard Chucky fan and you've loved what, Mancini's done so far, but don't worry, I think there's a TV series with the name Child's Play, and I think Mancini is in full control of it. But not to mention that Brad, the guy that does the voice of Chucky, will be returning his role too. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, I'm gonna publish videos every week, so make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can get notified for my latest videos. See you next time. Alright, that was a great video. It's time to go to sleep now. Hello? Chucky?